Hello and welcome, my dear friend. You know, sometimes people enter our lives with intentions that are less than kind. Their behavior often comes from a place of insecurity, envy, or unresolved inner conflicts. Perhaps you've encountered someone who seemed to direct negativity your way. And at the time it felt like they were justified, even empowered in their actions, but now something remarkable is happening. Doubts are creeping in for them, and they're beginning to question those past actions. In this video, we're going to explore why individuals like this may suddenly change the forces that influence them and why their behavior may be shifting. Now stay tuned as we unravel the deeper, often spiritual dynamics behind these transformations, offering you new insights into the complex journey of karma, conscience, and inner growth. Let's begin shifts in perception when intentions no longer hold up. When a person justifies negative actions, they often believe they're doing the right thing. This might even give them a sense of strength or righteousness as they carry out behaviors that hurt others. They may have seen themselves as entitled to their actions, weaving narratives to validate their choices. But over time, something within them changes. A crack in the wall of self-justification. As awareness grows, so do doubts goring at them. Like seeds of unease they can't quite shake. They start realizing that the narratives they built to justify their actions don't hold up anymore. This shift can be subtle. One day they may look back and wonder why they felt it necessary to hurt someone else, questioning what motivated those past choices. When negative energy fades away, it leaves behind a void that forces a person to confront the reality of their actions without the blinding influence that once shielded them. As this energy releases its grip, the individual is left facing themselves and the harm they've caused. It's as though a light shines on their past actions, making the previously hidden motivations visible. Often the results of these reflections lead to discomfort, even shame, and they are compelled to confront the weight of their decisions, the nature of negative influences, and their impact. In many cases, it isn't just a person's character flaws or misguided intentions at play. There are times when external malevolent influences amplify their actions. These energies latch on, finding resonance in people with open doors. Those vulnerable to harboring resentment, jealousy, or anger. When someone is fueled by a powerful negative influence, it can push them to act in ways that feel out of character. They may even feel as if they were driven by an invisible force, propelling them to justify actions they wouldn't normally consider. But these influences are not infinite, just as they appear. They can also disappear when they no longer have a host, once this energy moves on, perhaps finding someone else more susceptible. An individual is left alone with the choices they've made and the lingering consequences. Without the distortion caused by external negativity, they must face their own motives and actions more clearly than ever before. This process can be humbling and deeply unsettling, especially for those who have coasted on blame and resentment for years. When they lose this negative fuel, they're often left feeling stripped, unprotected, and forced to reckon with the realities of their choices. The consequences of karma, a law of cause and effect. Karma is often described as a cosmic balance, a force that brings back what one puts into the world when someone acts with harm or ill intent. Karma works behind the scenes, setting the stage for eventual consequences. These consequences may not appear right away. In fact, they can be delayed for years. However, there comes a tipping point when the effects begin to manifest, often at an accelerated rate, as their karmic repercussions unfold. People may feel the weight of their actions more heavily than ever before. It's not merely guilt that affects them. It's a multifaceted experience where emotional distress, life circumstances, and relationships become strained. They may notice things slipping from their grasp, opportunities, friendships, health, all seemingly falling apart in a reflection of the harm they once sent out. Karma doesn't discriminate. It simply mirrors one's intentions and actions back onto them, and so they find themselves navigating the very suffering they inflicted on others, caught in a cycle where they must come face to face with the pain they caused. Often the physical symptoms start to show fatigue, stress, and even changes in their appearance, signs of inner turmoil that no amount of outward charm can mask. The toll of negative energy starts to display, visibly serving as a reminder of the depth of their actions. In essence, karma operates as a teacher, turning each experience into a lesson that reshapes and hopefully redirects one's inner path. The spiritual reckoning facing accountability alone. There's something particularly powerful about the quiet moments of self-reflection. When one is left alone with their thoughts, for people who have hurt others without remorse, these moments become battlegrounds where they confront the consequences of their actions without distraction. In these quiet spaces, they realize that there's no escape from accountability. Unlike situations where they could blame others or make excuses, they're now facing the truth that the source of their suffering is none other than themselves. This reckoning is often deeply uncomfortable, like standing before an invisible judge. The absence of anyone else to blame intensifies the experience. Those who once targeted others may now feel a profound sense of loneliness and isolation, like they're in a spiritual courtroom with no way to justify their actions. It's as if the universe has placed a mirror before them, reflecting not only the actions they took, but the motivations behind them. There is no hiding from a spiritual reckoning. People may attempt to escape through distractions, social gatherings, material pursuits, or even self-numbing behaviors, but ultimately they return to the same place alone, with their thoughts, wrestling with guilt and haunted by memories. These inner battles become a form of growth, albeit a painful one, prompting them to reflect and perhaps to change. For some, it marks the beginning of a journey toward understanding and transformation, while others might find themselves repeatedly circling back to the same patterns until they choose to face the truth. As we navigate through life, people enter our journey, each contributing in unique ways. Some positive, others challenging. The impact they leave on us can vary, but there is wisdom in understanding the deeper forces at play, especially when negativity has been involved. Seeing these people change even as they face the consequences of their actions can be a reminder of the law of cause and effect and the significance of inner responsibility. Karma is patient, and eventually everyone must reconcile their actions. For those of us who've been on the receiving end of harm, it can be tempting to feel relief or satisfaction when we see that justice, in a sense, has been served. However, it's equally important to remember that everyone's journey is different. Holding on to resentment only keeps the cycle alive, while forgiveness and detachment allow us to grow. Beyond these experiences, as we understand the forces influencing behavior, we also gain insight into our own growth, into the resilience and inner strength we carry as we continue on our path. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated with you, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos on your screen that speaks to you. Most see you there.